Hi everyone, my name is Ingrid, and I am thinking of starting a booktube channel. So, probably the best thing to do is to start with the Booktube Newbie Tag, because that's where most people find you, and you don't really grow on your own. So to not make this completely awkward and stupid, I'm just going to start. And the first question on the Booktube Newbie Tag is why did you start this channel? To be completely honest, I'm making this channel because then I can express my opinions. I've always had very strong opinions about books, and I never get to share them because I live in a very small community where you don't really get to discuss books much. And I've always loved Booktube and the kind of discussions that are created there and generally the community. So I just want a place to talk about books. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I feel like I have a lot of new opinions and I want to discuss things that haven't been discussed before. And I also plan to do a lot of insight into Norwegian book culture and fairy tales and stuff like that, because I'm very interested in Norwegian book culture as well. So I think that could be a new unique part of my channel. The next question is, what are you most excited about this new channel? Getting to talk about books! There's like nothing better. But also just sharing my opinions and creating discussion maybe, and just being on a platform, I guess. The next question is, why do you love reading? And to me it's just exploring the limits of fiction. I love fiction, I love the way it's written, I love the English language, I love to see how people utilize it. It's really a great thing for me to experience. Next question is, what book or series got you into reading? No one has literally heard of this series. It's called Slangeringen, and it's a Norwegian series, very small. In English it's probably translated to The Snake Ring. It's written by a Norwegian author. It's not very well known. There's 3 books in it and I completely loved it. I fell in love with the story, how it was written, and it was in the teens section in my local library, and from there I just went straight into YA. I read the House of Night series in Norwegian, mind you, and of course Cassandra Clare's books, and just really the most popular books there, and also some other books translated from English to Norwegian, because there weren't many English books. The only English books they have are Game of Thrones and 50 Shades of Grey. So, yeah. The next question is, what question would you ask your favorite booktubers? How do you manage to come up with new ideas? I'm just like so stressed right now. I have some videos planned out, but it's just like, if you run out of these, what do you do? What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Just starting it in general, I think. Becoming comfortable with the camera and finding out how this damn microphone works. Because I have no idea if it works right now, so if the audio is crap, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Next question is, when did you start reading? I started reading when I was about 12. It was mostly just like a thing at school, like you had to go and check out a book from the school library and read that. And I started on this really, really lovely series called The Rainbow Fairies. It was this completely cheesy children's book, but I loved it so much. Like, me and my friends, we created our own personalities in that world, and for a 12-year-old it's pretty fun to find a book that's such a lovely treat. The next question is, where do you read? I read everywhere. If I'm going into the city, I bring a book with me. If I go to school, I bring a book with me if I have a free period in the middle there. It's just, I guess my biggest problem is reading where is a big enough group of people that may need my attention, because then I can't go completely into the book and it just gets a little annoying. The next question is, what books do you like to read? Mostly fantasy. I'm that kind of girl, but I enjoy all kinds of books, and also do not enjoy all kinds of books. It's a little difficult to explain my reading style because I read everything and may dislike it or like it. For example, I read Throne of Glass late last year, and I tried to read it 2 years ago, and then I hated it. And now I try to reread it, and I loved it. So I think it depends a lot. So that was the Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you enjoyed my answers to these questions and find me an enjoyable person. Thank you for watching, and I see you later.